but he's a fucking imbecile. You absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips. You absolute fucking...
No music, no edits, no yelling, just one sentence. That's how Moist Critical, aka Penguin Zero, has been silently dominating the most arrogant creators on the internet. Whether it's Sneako, Liver King, or Fresh and Fit, one calm roast from him hits harder than a 10-minute diss track.
I'm officially retiring the soy boy image. I forgive everybody who advocated for my cancellation.
Primals, I'm making this video to apologize.
Hey, it is what it is, you motherfuckers! Oh shit, it's getting shaky!
Today, we're going through the coldest, most effortless takedowns from the internet's chillest savage. The quietest voice in the room with the sharpest blade. Which of these takedowns hit you the hardest? Comment below, I want to see what you'll think. Sneako, the poster boy for insecure alpha male energy. Loud, cocky, and always in some fake deep monologue about the truth. But when he tried to come for Moist Critical, he forgot one thing: Charlie doesn't play ego games. He plays truth games.
My clips? Watch my clips. Watch my clips. You want me to watch your clips? Watch my clips. These are the only clips I'm watching, you were?
Now,
Sneako made this whole video, mocking Charlie, using fake weapons and flexing on a guy who couldn't care less.
watch my clips while threatening me here is because during the stream I couldn't watch him live because he just kept shouting slurs. So I said watch my clips to see what I was saying about you. I had to communicate via Twitch clips. And I'm sorry to be that guy, this is like the grammar police of guns, but he's a fucking imbecile, you absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips, you absolute fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all mags. Stop saying clips, you look fucking stupid here.
And that was it. No rage. No clickbait. Just one line. That clip alone ended Sneako's clown era. He went from aggressive to apologetic in weeks.
All this attack online has been difficult, but if Allah wills good for someone, he afflicts him with trials. And I have to be better now. I'm officially retiring the soy boy image. I forgive everybody who advocated for my cancellation or made documentaries about me, and I'm ditching my attacking style of streaming. And I apologize to Moist Critical for showing a picture on stream of you and your girlfriend. That was not very Christ-like. I'm sorry. And I genuinely hope you provide more value to your extremely large audience.
Do you think Sneako was actually sorry? Or did he just realize he fumbled his entire brand? Let me know below. Next up, Liver King. The self-proclaimed primal king who told millions of people to eat raw meat and live like cavemen while secretly pumping himself full of $11,000 worth of steroids per month.
Maintain nose to tail, horns to hooves, and bones to blood. Well, I'll tell you what you got to do is you go to a butcher, right? You go to the butcher and you say, can I get a pound of liver? Can I get 6 pounds of bone marrow? This is not that hard to do. We've done that here. We met a lot of other primals that do that here. We know tons of primals that have proven to us that you can continue to do that and adopt a nose to tail diet here in the big city. And if you can't do that, or you're not willing to do that, then go get a supplement. Go get an ancestral supplement or go get a heart and soil supplement.
He lied to millions. Everyone suspected it, but nobody with a big enough platform was calling it out properly. Enter Moist Critical.
News came to light that involves a very popular fitness influencer whom I'm sure you've all seen at some point, the Liver King. He's most known for his videos eating raw meat, raw organs, raw testicles even, which goes so hard. And he preaches the ancestral primal way of living and says that you can achieve his ungodly physique, and his body does look like something straight out of Dragon Ball Z or Baki the Grappler. He says you can achieve that 100% naturally by following his 9 tenets. Days ago, much like my ass after eating spicy food, a big leak happened. Emails between the Liver King and a coach that he was turning to for some advice have now hit the public eye, and these emails indicate some juice usage here, and some pretty expensive juicing at that, which completely goes against everything he preaches because he vehemently defends his body being natural. He has said millions of times now across tons of podcasts, his own content, saying he has never touched this stuff and never would. He is 100% natural. But now we have a lot of evidence to suggest that that's completely false and just a blatant lie. Now, this is probably the least shocking news you've ever heard, because anyone with eyes should be able to look at the Liver King's body and immediately deduce that this is not a naturally achievable physique in
That line? That tone? It's what made it sting. No yelling, no anger, just facts with a smirk. Charlie dragged him with a smile on his face.
Primals, I'm making this video to apologize. Because I fucked up. Because I'm embarrassed and ashamed. Because I lied. And I misled a lot of people.
That apology video? Basically a response to Moist, Critical and Derek from More Plates, More Dates. But Charlie made it simple. He said what everyone was thinking, and it stuck. Would you ever take advice from Liver King again? Or was that whole The Primal brand just a big scam? Fresh and Fit built an empire on yelling at women, interrupting guests, and claiming to be a high-value man. But every time someone with an actual brain speaks, their entire argument falls apart.
Men and women are not the same. Women like attention, men want sex. So my thing is, a man is capable of having sex with other women while still loving his girl the same.
You're actually saying that in a relationship, it's okay for men to go and explore other options, but we have to be happy with you and not explore options.
Absolutely. Closed on your end, open on my end, and I think there should be honest between the two.
Why? Why would anyone agree to that?
You can't just go throwing that thing around. I spoke to Dan Balserian. Yeah, I'm sick of you asking to finish your long, boring answers that are the same answer every time we ask you a question.
Moist Critical clapped back with no emotion, no shade, just pure logic.
Anything more pathetic than a guy who calls himself an alpha male is a guy who calls himself an alpha male and then tries to sell advice to desperate, lonely men.
Hey guys, it's your boy Fresh Prince CEO, and today we're gonna talk about all my W's. Stay tuned for it.
I love intros like these. You get some like wacky wubby dubstep kind of shit going on there with a dumb intro. It is so nostalgic, takes me right back to 2011. Anyway, this is the Fresh and Fit podcast. The entire purpose of this show is to bring women on to insult and belittle them to their face, while also preaching that men should have the right to cheat on their significant other as many times as they want, whereas their significant other isn't even allowed to look at other men. They have to go in public with like fucking horse blinders on, and if they even so much as glance at a dude, you need to kick them to the streets immediately because they're a fucking disgusting, worthless whore.
That sentence lives rent-free. These are guys who think having money makes them philosophers, and Charlie shut it all down in one breath.
What Penguin did was he basically chopped and screwed it, gave his own little commentary, and made himself seem like he has the moral high ground. And this is what a lot of reaction channels do, guys. This guy Penguin made a video about Fresh as well, saying that, you know, fake alpha male, this story of him being with a bunch of girls and an NBA player isn't true, which we've already debunked that, by the way. We actually called the NBA player live on air and had him confirm that the story was in fact true and showed the DM.
What's wild is they never had a real comeback. Because how do you respond when someone calmly tells you you're dumb and everyone agrees? Are Fresh and Fit a real danger to young men? Or are they just loud entertainment? You'd think someone like Logan Paul would be untouchable. Millions of fans, brand deals, WrestleMania appearances, but Moist Critical didn't care.
I'm sure you've at least heard by now that Logan Paul was caught with his pants down, exposed for one of the largest scams ever run by an influencer. This was all brought to light by the finest detective YouTube has ever had, a channel known as CoffeeZilla. I've talked to him, and recently he set his sights on Logan Paul. This is actually an investigation that's been going on for an extremely long time. Crypto Zoo was supposed to be a play-to-earn crypto game where you buy a shitcoin called Zoo, which you use to purchase an NFT egg, which hatches into stock photos of animals. And then you can like breed those stock photos of animals into more stock photos. That's the entire gameplay loop. You look at fucking PNG stock photos of animals that combine like a whale with a frog. That's it. And where you can earn money is by burning those PNGs that you get, and then you can get Zoo in return, claim your yield.
When Logan's NFT scam blew up, Charlie called it exactly what it was, a scam that hurt his own fans.
years of personal reform, going through trials and tribulations and busting my ass to evolve into a person that I can say I'm actually proud of, you led the charge to drive and monetize a narrative telling millions of people that I'm a fraud or I tried to scam my audience.
So, even before CoffeeZilla made this video, every single one of the investors of CryptoZoo felt like they had been scammed by a fraud named Logan Paul. CoffeeZilla told their story. They are real victims, lost real money on your project. And CoffeeZilla told their story and tried to give an explanation for what happened.
Again, one sentence, no need for drama, no need for fake outrage. Just facts. That one quote got reposted everywhere. Even mainstream crypto commentary referenced it. Do you think Logan Paul ever genuinely cared about fixing CryptoZoo? Or was he just dodging heat?
CoffeeZilla is not a criminal. I called him, I apologized. My initial response to his series was that of fire, an ego flare, whatever it is, pride. I'm a fighter at heart, and I was defensive because I know I never scammed anyone with this project. I never made any money, never sold any tokens, and I only had the best intentions going in.
So what makes his takedowns feel so brutal? It's the delivery. While other creators scream into mics or film 30-minute videos begging for attention, Moist Critical speaks like he's ordering food, calm, unbothered, and direct. And that is terrifying.
If there's one thing you need to know about me, it's that this tooth, this one right here, that little bastard, is about 1 centimeter taller than the other teeth on that bottom row. And now, anytime you see my mouth open, you won't be able to unsee it. You're welcome. And
he doesn't fight loud influencers with noise. He uses silence, sarcasm, and raw honesty. And in 2025? That's way more powerful. Whether he's roasting scam artists, fake alphas, or ego-driven YouTubers, Moist Critical proves one thing: you don't need to shout to win. One calm sentence can shut down an entire career. Which roast was the coldest? Who should Moist Critical end next? Drop it in the comments, I'm reading every single one. Like this video if you respect Charlie's quiet savagery. Subscribe for more breakdowns, and I'll catch you in the next one.